Welcome back. It's been a busy weather day around Northeast Ohio. You got a lot going on.
It has been a lot going on. There's a lot of things that's cooking across Northeast Ohio.
And you had
today.
an event today, too.
I did. It's been a busy day. I'm going to be ready to crash. Pepper's already ready for me to come home here. So Northeast Ohioans, let's talk about the latter half of the weekend and certainly next week. There's an interesting forecast that lies ahead for us. We close out April, we'll open up May in a very rainy way. It's not going to be necessarily like a lion as opposed to a lamb, but it's certainly going to be a little bit of disturbances we have to deal with. So more shower activity expected overnight tonight, and perhaps there could be some embedded thunderstorm activity happening as well. The probability for that is not going to be too terribly high, though. Periods of rain on Sunday, winds increasing as well. Next week, we're talking about below average conditions still expected in terms of afternoon high temperatures. This is our next weather maker that is arriving into the region here. So we're going to be pumping in a little bit more rain into the region. It's just now moving to Erie and also Huron County. Lorain County, you're next, and then Medina, Cuyahoga County, Summit, Portage, and eventually Lake Geauga and also Ashtabula County. So what is the mechanism that is causing this right now? So we still have that area of low pressure that we were talking about on Wednesday, on Thursday. We were talking about it yesterday, and we're still going to be talking about it on Monday and Tuesday as well. This is a very large system, okay? As I move over here and show you, okay, this is Maine, so we got to go all the way back over towards Minnesota. This is still the same system. There is colder air here lofted up north in northern Wisconsin, but we are sort of on the tail end of this, at least the southern half of this, which is why we have some milder conditions. We're still in the 50s, at least for the most part. But overnight tonight, we'll move back into the 40s with some 50s expected on Sunday, and then we'll start to bring things down a little bit. And I must say, by bringing things down, we're talking more about 30s back into the forecast. So you're thinking 30s. Jason, is there going to be rain? Is there going to be snow? So we may have a little bit of a mixed precipitation we'll have to deal with here. So that is what's happening on satellite and radar. For the rest of the evening, we're going to be back into the mid to low 50s, as I said before. Waking up tomorrow morning around 6, 7 a.m., we could be bumping some areas back into the upper 40s here. But once we look at tonight's forecast, you're thinking, okay, yes, we have colder conditions rather than the norm. So how long is this going to last? Okay, so let's talk about it here in your National Design Mart hour-by-hour forecast for. So here, there's that wave of energy coming through overnight tonight. We clear the region of that around 5, 6 a.m. This is going to be slow to progress through the area, but there's going to be more occasional showers that are going to be working back in. This is sort of the theme of the weather story that we had today. We had that yesterday. We're going to deal with it again tomorrow. But what's going to happen once we get into Monday and Tuesday, there was a system that was back in the high plains on Thursday that was now going to be lofted into this system, and that's what's going to allow for some rain showers there on Monday and Tuesday. Occasional, as I said before, for tomorrow will be in the 40s. We give way to colder conditions waking up on Monday morning. This is why we have those 30s coming back in. Once the low pulls away, a trough will descend, and it will allow much colder weather to move back in. Models are already picking up on mixed precipitation. I think for the most part, this is going to be lofted above the surface, but we could get some grapple mixed with a little bit of ice moving back in as well. Monday night leading towards Tuesday. Tuesday morning, we're going to watch though to see how much of this is going to materialize. I think the probability of that is still going to be rather low, but we're not going to call it out and say just this is not going to happen by any means. Tuesday leading towards Wednesday, we start to get a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel. Showers will be lingering, mild temperatures in the afternoon, upper 50s expected by Thursday. As Neil pointed out earlier, Jason, there's raindrops in each and every day. Yes, but it's not going to be terribly high, certainly by the end of the next week. Back into the 60s, upper 60s, and look at this. This is good. Back into the 70s, Monday and Tuesday, the 8th and the 9th. Looks so good.